Hi Laura, it's Phil Beever at the Wilderness Club. Sorry it's a bit late notice, but just want to recap on what we worked on yesterday. So if we have a look here face on as yourself, as you take the club away and your left arm, we can see here reaches sort of horizontal to the ground. We can see here that here's the shaft, we're drawing that red line. If we look here at Robert Rock here on the right, as his left arm gets to horizontal to the ground, we'll see that his wrists are fully hinged, so we can see the shaft is a lot more vertical. Now that's a power source that you're not really tapping into at the moment, so we need to get your shaft in that powerful position sticking up here, and that's just getting your wrist to just bend or cock as we worked on yesterday. So that will fix that, and that will just get your swing looking a little bit more complete and a little bit longer, because that's the length of your swing. So I like your left arm, I like your right elbow, but the shaft really should be sort of there. If we have a look at this guy here on the right, as he gets to the top of his swing, you can see your left arm and his in the same angle, but we can see his shaft is in a much fuller position. Next thing we need to look at for you, Laura, was really if we look at your hip. If I draw a line on your hip there and I draw a line on Rob's there, we'll see that his first movement from the top, you're going to see he drives forward, so he really gets that weight into that left foot and pushes that hip forward, so we can see from the top of his swing how much he moves forwards with that line. We can see the whole of his left leg is now in front of that line, coming through to impact there. If we look at yours, you'll see that you never really get in front of that line. You've moved a little bit in front, and you can see already, look, you're starting to back up of it. So you're almost trying to scoop it, and now when we come to this halfway position here, halfway back, or halfway through, sorry, compared to Rob, we can see that line's in the middle of his hips, or on his other hip, but your whole body's behind it, so you're getting that tilt this way, where Robert's a lot straighter, he's more in a straighter line than you. So his weight's definitely in that foot, and with yourself, Laura, you can see that weight's a little bit more in that foot. So that's another power source. So I was quite happy with the no axe move. Obviously, when we added the wrist, we started to get a little bit steep and axy on it, as we call it. But just keep working on that. So wrists, break the wrists, get the club coming from the inside to no axe, and then we need to get that weight or that pelvis of yours really moving forwards and rotating to the left. Once you started to do that, it was getting that 7-iron sort of flying 136 through the air, which is really good. With a little bit of confidence and a bit more power, I think you'll get that up to sort of 145, 150, which would be incredible. So just have a look at Robert again here. He's really much more dynamic, really pushing forwards onto that left side, much stronger there. And we can see that those hips are really working that way with yourself. We can see you coming through. You can definitely tell that your body's backing up that way, coming through there, Laura. So work on them three things for me, make a big difference, and I'll see you soon. Have a fantastic Christmas.